The Syrian foreign minister is on a 2-day visit to Baghdad, where he's meeting with senior Iraqi officials. Faisal Baghdad held meetings with Iraqi President Abdul Latif Rashid, Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani, and Foreign Minister Fahd Hussein. In a joint press conference, Iraqi foreign minister said that his country would continue cooperating with Damascus to combat terrorism and drug trafficking across their joint border. He also stressed the need for humanitarian aid following the February 6 earthquake that killed tens of thousands in Syria and Turkey. Syrian Foreign Minister thanked Iraq for its solidarity after the quake. He also hailed the improvement of bilateral relations. From Manchester, we're now bringing in Peter Ford. He is a former British ambassador to Syria. Good to have you with us, sir. So, some countries in this part of the world, in the West Asia region, recently are getting closer together. Iran, Saudi Arabia, UAE, and others. Now, we have also Syria getting back to the Arab League. Now we have Syria-Iraq relations. Tell us about the significance of Syria-Iraq relationship.
Yes, this visit is keeping up the momentum after the historic decision of the Arab League to readmit Syria to full membership. Iraq was one of the countries which was pushing for that decision, and Iraq, through the long years of conflict, has maintained a certain level of cooperation with Syria and never broke off relations. Nevertheless, the fact that this visit is taking place now on this timing so soon after the Arab summit and at this level, with the Syrian foreign minister being received by the Iraqi president and prime minister as well as foreign minister, shows that the visit has more than routine importance. Of course, the two countries have a lot of practical issues to discuss and to cooperate on, but I think the political significance of the visit is the most important thing. It shows that the normalization of Syria's relations with its Arab brothers is proceeding apace.
And how would such getting close to each other and actually activating and establishing closer ties among regional states in this part of the world, who would benefit from this and who would make a loss?
Well, there's mutual benefit to both countries, for example, from cooperation in halting or limiting the drug trade across the Iraqi-Syrian border, which is a problem not just for Syria and Iraq, but also Gulf countries. They will welcome steps by the two countries to try to limit this dreadful trade in drugs. And then there's also Syria-Iraq cooperation over refugees. Iraq has hosted 250,000 Syrian refugees during the conflict, and I'm sure would welcome the return to Syria of most of those refugees. I'm equally sure that Syria wants to have its people back, because a country cannot live without its people. So there's a clear mutual benefit to be had there.
Okay. What about the Israeli government and folks at the helm in Washington, D.C.? Do they like the idea?
Well, I'm sure that the United States and its allies, including Israel, will not be very happy to see Syria strengthening its cooperation with any of its neighbors, and perhaps particularly Iraq, which is quite a big and strategically important country, and perhaps can help Syria with oil. Iraq being a big producer of oil, and not long ago it was providing oil at a discounted price to Syria. Now, because the Americans control Syria's oil through their occupation of northeast Syria, access to Iraqi oil at a discounted price could be a very important aspect of cooperation. But you can be sure that Washington will be trying to put pressure on Iraq to avoid this happening.
Okay, I appreciate your comments and insight. Peter Ford, former British ambassador to Syria in Manchester.